Hi everyone, Letty here, Party Planner Papery. I have another hashtag PaperStashSmash Crafty Collab video. I have my October recap and my plans for November. Stick around. Welcome back everyone. So I'm participating in hashtag PaperStashSmash. It's a crafty collab that's co-hosted by Debbie over at Project 39 Mini Albums and Carolina of Carolina's Crafts. There's a whole list of collab participants. I'll link the entire list down below. There's also a playlist. I'll link it down below, but also I'll link it at the very end of this video, somewhere around right here. If you just wait till the very end, you can get to that playlist to see everybody's video. What we do is each month we have a specific prompt that we try to smash from our stash, and it's always a paper size. So like for the month of October, we had, as far as our prompt, 12 by 12, either paper pad or pack or collection. And so every month you have a different prompt. For November, it's going to be 6 by 6. And then December is a free choice month. You can do pretty much whatever you want, including single sheets, digitals, scraps, any pad, any size, any collection, you name it, you've got it. So for the month of October, again, we were doing 12 by 12s, and I had taken out quite a bit of different 12 by 12s and even some 6 by 6s that I wanted to try to smash. And what I ended up doing was I did smash one of the 2 Halloween collections that I took out. This is the I Love Halloween. I did smash that one. And then what I did was at the very end of the month, I took out 2 additional like birthday related ones. And I ended up not doing the Winnie the Pooh one because for November, for this month, we're going to be doing 6 by 6, and I do have a 6 by 6 of that Winnie the Pooh collection. So I think I'm going to end up using it in November. But I also did have 2 mega pads that I wanted to try to smash through. I smashed through one, that's 48 sheets, and then I did about half of a second one. So I'll show you all that in a second. But basically, I touched about 5 different paper pads or packs in the month of October. I'm going to consider it as about three and a little bit as far as my smash count, because there were some pads, and you'll see in a second, that I started but I have not finished. And then there's also, again, a pad that I started, but I'm going to finish it this month now that we're doing 6 by 6s. So it completely smashing. I had 2 full items. I had one 12 by 12, one 6 by 6, but this was a mega pad. This is the Harvest Collection by Cartabella. Because it's 48 sheets, it's basically like 12 sheets of 12 by 12. And so I kind of count that as one whole collection. So for the month of October, I had, again, this Harvest Collection, and I made 32 cards, this whole stack right here. I have a ton of cards that I ended up making. I've already done some videos where I show all the different cards that I made. This was a fun one because I had started to make some gatefold cards, and then I ended up just stumbling across doing a gatefold gift card holder. I have a tutorial. In fact, I have 2 tutorials. One that's for a 6 by 6, like using 6 by 6 paper, and then the other one was with this Halloween collection using 12 by 12 paper, and this actually is a no scrap template. So I had a ton of fun with gatefold cards. It's my new favorite card, as you probably can tell, because I've got a ton of them already sitting up here that I made this month. I also did do, again, about half of the pad from the Sweater Weather. This is Echo Park. It was a mega. I still have quite a bit. My goal is to smash this month in November, and I do have quite a bit of stickers left. I did use a ton of them, though. I used more than half, I feel, but I still have quite a bit. So this will be part of my smash for November. And then as far as the 12 by 12 smash, I did smash this I Love Halloween, and I ended up bringing in 1 extra sheet from Simple Stories, and it was part of the Say Cheese Halloween collection. And there, I think it came out, I think I had seen it that it was like 2019 maybe. Yeah, 2019. So this was the pad that I smashed. You can see here the sticker sheet is demolished. I even took off the I Love Halloween from right here, and I used it on one of my cards. I cut up the strips and added those to my cards. I did not use the branding strips. On the bottoms of the papers, there's a 12 by 12, but then at the bottom they do have like a little bit of extra pattern paper with the brand right here, like the Echo Park, and then the name of the collection. I didn't end up using these this time because it was a no scrap template, so I ended up just smashing the actual pack, and I made a ton of Halloween cards. And these were also those A2 size gatefold cards. One of the fun things about these is, again, it was a no scrap template. I did come back and I made these little inserts, and I will have these in my Ko-fi shop for free if you want to check that out. It's just a platform where you can get some digital like freebies, or I do have some items for sale, but this one is going to be a freebie. So you get, I think it's like a page of 12 of these. And you can print as many as you want, and you'll see them in some of the other cards. I've already started putting them in. So I put that so that way it would show that there is a gift card holder pocket there. So you could put a gift card. You've got a place to write, some pretty patterned paper. I was able to use up the stickers, a little pocket for the gift card. We used up some 3x4s, some holographic cardstock. Had a ton of fun with these. I even did a more horizontal type layout with this cut apart. And so when you open it, you still have your gift card holder pocket, but then you also are able to utilize more of the stickers because you've got sort of more area to like decorate. So this was a super fun project. I do, again, have a tutorial for this using the 12x12, and I had no scraps left over. So I was able to make 22 cards from one pack of 12x12, and I had 0 scraps left over, except for these branding strips at the very bottom. So, and I even used up all the stickers. So that was a good smash, I think. At the end of the month, I did take out 2 of the birthday collections, and I started filming it, but you have not seen it yet. It'll probably come somewhere towards the beginning of this month. I took out these 2 collections, Make-A-Wish Birthday Girl, Make-A-Wish Birthday Boy, both by Echo Park. These were 2 that I had just recently purchased in a recent Echo Park warehouse sale. I do have a video for that if you want to check that out. It's here on my channel, but I took them out because I was going to be making some of those Pooh cards, like from the Winnie the Pooh Christmas collection. But at the last minute, I decided, you know what, I'm going to wait. I'll wait till November when we smash 6x6s, and I will go ahead and bring in the 6x6, and I'll smash that first. And if I need extra, I'll bring in the 12x12. And so I went ahead and I was making some birthday cards. So I did already use, I think it was like 7 sheets, maybe a little more from each of the packs. And I've already made 12 cards. These are super fun. I have a ton of fun things that I did with these. I can't wait to show them to you, but I'm going to hold off because I have a whole video that's coming up. But again, I've already made 12 from each of the collections. They are also gift card holders, but I've got a fun little twist in there. So I'll show you that whenever I do that video. But I ended up with 12 of these birthday of each kind. So that's 24. I ended up with 22 Halloween cards. In total, I ended up with 32 from this harvest pad, including some scrap cards that I made. And then I also ended up making an additional 11 cards using the Sweater Weather collection. It was the sheet load of cards that I made. It was super, super fun, a really fun sketch. That's from Call Me Crafty Al. But I had some additional scraps, and so I went ahead and made 3 extra cards. So I ended up with a total of 11 there. So a ton of different cards, different themes, and I used different size paper, both 6x6 and 12x12. I have a little bit more left over to use for next month. But these were the actual cards that I made. I can show you a few of the like scrap ones that I did. You can see there. Again, I have videos for all of this, so I don't want to spend a whole lot of time showing you the cards, but I was able to make those scrap cards. This one too. I did bring in some paper from my stash. I dry embossed it because I wanted to use up some of these scraps. So I made a ton of these cards. I had this freebie set of digitals for my YouTube members. It was one of the freebies that I gave them on World Card Making Day. I had done a tutorial for everybody, but I had done a special video for them where I was just testing it out, and I also gave them that freebie. And then I had a whole bunch of these gatefold cards using the fall themed paper. I think they turned out super cute. I'm loving the fall colors. We finally have some cool weather here in Texas. We had a little cold front come through, and so that has been super fun. But let me go ahead and show you. So those were the items I made. I just made a ton of cards. For November, we're going to be using 6x6. Let me show you what I want to use. So the very first thing I want to try to smash is I do want to try to finish off this Sweater Weather. I have about half of a pad, you can see there, plus some scraps. It might even be maybe 2/3 of a pad, but I've got quite a bit there. I want to finish smashing this. I definitely want to finish smashing both of the birthday collection packs. I think it's like 3 or 4 sheets of each collection, and you can kind of see here how many stickers I've already used, how many I have left over from each of the collections. So not a whole lot. But I plan on finishing up both of these pretty quickly, so that way I can go ahead and finish out that video. Even though these are not 6x6, at this point, I just want to try to smash some items in my stash. And these were new, but I definitely, because I've already started them, I want to finish them. Let me grab the additional 6x6s that I want to smash. Okay, so I have 3 more mega pads. Now these mega pads have 48 sheets. They're all from Echo Park. I had picked them up in various warehouse sales from before. I have videos on that if you want to see them. So each of these, I do have coordinating 12x12 kits that I also recently purchased. And I think I even bought some extra sticker sheets. So I've got an extra 12x12 and an extra sticker sheet for each of these collections. The first one here is Winnie the Pooh Christmas. It's super, super adorable. The fun thing about these is they have full-size cut-aparts. They have some smaller cut-aparts, some solids, and then a bunch of just really fun coordinating prints. So you can kind of get the idea there. Super fun traditional colors on that. And I did buy a ton of the stamp sets. I think I got like maybe 3 or 4 of the different stamp sets that go with this collection. So I'm looking forward to busting out those stamps. I also have this Baking Spirits Bright. I think it's super, super cute. 48 sheets, Echo Park. Again, it has a little bit more of the traditional colors, but you also have a little bit more of a darker tone, some black in here, and then also some of the browns from the little gingerbread men and women. So I think it's super fun. Baking Spirits Bright. Again, I have the whole collection of that. So I think I'm going to try to use some of that too. And then I have the Nutcracker Christmas 48 sheets. And this one does have some hints of some like mustard in there. But again, they have the same elements. They've got 3x4 cut aparts, solid sheets, full prints, sentiments, lots to work with. So these are the 4 6x6 pads that I'm going to be looking forward to using. I'm going to try to smash this sweater weather pretty quickly. I'm going to try to finish off both of these 12x12 paper packs, the birthday ones. And then I'm going to try to see what I can tackle from these 3 Christmas mega pads. So it looks like it's a lot of paper, and it is, but I have a lot of crafting that I want to do. We're in the midst of holiday season, prepping for holiday seasons, holiday craft fairs, all kinds of fun stuff. So I definitely have a ton of projects that I want to try to make. Hopefully I have the time to go ahead and do that and share as many of those projects with you here on my channel. But I thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out that playlist. I'm going to have it right here. You can also check out the hashtag PaperStashSmash. Sometimes the hashtags don't work that great, but the playlist definitely will. I'll also have a link to everybody's channel down in the description box below, so you can check everybody out who is participating in this collab. Let me know down in the comments if you're going to be joining us for this month. This month is 6x6. So take out those 6x6s, drop me a comment letting me know if you are planning on joining. Let me know which paper pads you want to try to smash this month, which ones you've taken out. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope we got a little bit of crafty inspiration. As always, happy crafting. Thanks so much for visiting, everyone. Here is the playlist to the entire collab participants' videos right here on the left. Happy crafting.